And good evening and welcome to, I guess it's the final regular season coaches show.
It is, yep.
Here at Arnie's on 3KG, thekage.com. Sectional begins next week. And we're wrapping up the regular season. We had a pretty good weekend for the local teams in their area, right?
Sure did, Bob.
Didn't everybody
a lot of
win
winners.
at least once?
I think that sounds right.
KV, Rensselaer, North Newton, South Newton, Tri-County, North White.
You haven't been able to say add South Newton in there all year.
Can't wait to talk to Ricky about that. But
yeah, you're right. Everybody's got a W.
We're going up to the north end of the county where Sam Zachary coaches the North Newton Spartans. And, Sam, you guys are on a little bit of a roll here at the end of the year, aren't you?
Yeah, I think you guys just told me it was our fourth in a row.
Four in a row.
That we've won, coming off that two games that we really competed hard in with Rensselaer and Tri-County. We've been able to pull four off with River Forest, Frontier, South Newton, and Griffith now. So, yeah, we're starting to play better. We're starting to hit our stride, take care of little things. I'm going to say that we're finally starting to do what I tell them to do all the time. But
good time of the year to be doing that.
Well, yeah, of course it is. As we're getting better. We're starting to shore some things up. We're starting to develop some patience offensively, starting to move the ball, look for really good shots, defend really hard, and buy into game plans, and it's starting to pay off for us.
Could have a game like that Rensselaer game. That one really kind of surprises me when I look at your last couple of weeks because you played so hard. I mean, you gave them a scare. You were out, quick lead. You guys. That was pretty awesome.
We did everything right except defend. Except take away that shot at the end.
Did the kids come away with extra confidence after that?
In every sport we play, there's always this mental block with either Rensselaer or KV. I don't know what it is. Bigger schools in the area. I don't know, rivalries, and it's hard for our kids to believe that they can win or they can compete. Obviously, with our game against Rensselaer this year, there was kind of some extra motivation for the kids because they had a former classmate that they had grown up with that had transferred. But we had told them all week they're beatable if you can defend the 3-point line. If we can defend the 3-point line, we can work for the best shot. Anybody's really beatable. And the Rensselaer game, we really saw that buy-in. I think at one point late in the third quarter, early fourth quarter, it was like a 7-point lead we had, and then they kind of went into that press and they sped us up. But I don't know that it was necessarily a surprise for me or for the kids. I think it was just more of everything clicked at that time of if we do these things that we talk about or we work on every day, good things can happen for us.
All right, let's go to the one game you played since we last talked, and that was on the road Friday night. Tell us about who you played, the score, and take us through the game.
Yeah, we went up to Griffith last Friday and played a really, I think they're 10-12 now, but a pretty solid Griffith team. They had kind of everything. They had a shooter, they had some athleticism, they had a 6'6" kid who was built really well. It was one of those games that I knew we would have to play really well. We'd have to do things. Things would have to fall our way, I guess is a good way to say it. And they did. We were able to beat them 45-35. We held the lead for, I think Gagnon hit a 3 at about the middle of the first quarter, and we held the lead the rest of the game. We took care of the ball. We defended really well. We didn't really give them easy looks at the basket. Just sort of a good all-around win that all of our kids contributed to and all of our kids played well, gave us good, solid minutes to take care of the win.
I've been giving you crap about free throw shooting the whole year, but hey, you got it on me now, don't you?
I do. We were 11 of 17, and on the year I think we're shooting like 42%, so to shoot 65%. I was pretty happy. I actually didn't believe our bookkeeper. I thought he was trying to play a mean joke on me when I got in. He goes, "Hey, you guys shot 65% from the line." I said, "No, we didn't." He goes, "Yeah, you were 11 of 17." Well, maybe it's all the extra free throw shooting that's paying off now. I don't know. But Gagnon was 7 of 10. Patrick Berry was 2 for 2, and then Mike Levy was 2 for 5. And they were all big. Down the stretch, I was really worried. Levy started off 0 for 3, and he got fouled with maybe 3 minutes to go, and it was a 6 to 8 point game. And I thought, we're going to have to step up and knock down free throws if we want to secure this. And he stepped up and he hit 2, and Barry stepped up and hit 2 when they started fouling. And down the stretch, we were able to hit free throws that really secured the win for us, something that I was a little skeptical on if we could do it or not.
Tell us who played well for you. Everybody probably.
Everybody contributed to it. Offensively, Gagnon led us again. Gagnon had 30 of our 45.
Wow. What's he averaging now?
16.
17.6, I think. That's the one thing I don't have on this paper. That's why I don't even bother bringing in these papers, because you guys always ask me things I'm not going to know the answer to. I'm not going to have them in front of me. I think Gagnon was like 5 of 7, 5 of 8 from 3 on Friday.
Wow.
And, I really have challenged him towards the end of this year on doing a better job of attacking the rim and not settling for jump shots. And Friday, I really saw him in the second half. He put the ball on the floor. He got all the way to the rim and finished well. He came away with 30. I think he had 30 and 8. And then it was just kind of sprinkled throughout. I think Scatella had 2. Levi Church had 2. Patrick Berry had 5. He had a big 3 early for us on the wing. We had gotten down maybe 7 or 8. He had a 3 to put us back in it. Mike Levy, I think, he finished with an 8 and 8 maybe. Everybody sprinkled in offensively. The thing I'm most proud of is defensively. We played them in a 2-3 zone because I didn't think we had the athleticism to match up and stay in front of them. I didn't think we had 4 guys that could match up and stay in front of their guards with their athleticism. So we played that zone, and all the kids bought into it. And we really kind of frustrated them. They didn't have clean looks. They didn't really get the ball inside well. There were some rebounds that we missed that they got putbacks. There was a couple high-low situations where we just didn't get around in time. But defensively, all 7 kids played very, very well to stop them. I mean, obviously, when you hold teams to 35 points in a varsity basketball game, you're playing good defense. But we really did, and I'm proud of the kids' effort.
All right. What's left for you guys in the regular season?
Friday, we get to go to Frankfort to play Clinton Prairie.
Just a short trip.
Yeah, it's who doesn't want to drive an hour to play a basketball game? Like I told you guys last week, the trip to Griffith, the trip to Frankfort, they're preparing us for those 3 trips we get to make to Whiting next week. Clinton Prairie, they're 13 and 9, I think. They beat Monrovia by 10 last night. They got a lot of length. They got one really good scorer. I was just talking to Coach Harrington. He had 37 against them last weekend. He's a good player. He's only a sophomore. He's a good player. They've got one kid, number 30, who's a decent shooter. But they play a 3-2 zone. They look to trap a lot. They've got some size. I think they go 6'3", 6'3", 6'3", and 6'4".
It's about your size.
Sure.
Isn't it? Your guys?
I got 2 that are about that size, and I start a lot of 5'10", 5'11".
Oh, okay.